Well, what's up, guys? Beefy in the casa. I made a little video in a little bit. I've been trying to get to it, but I've just been having so much stuff go on and with work and everything. And then my fish got sick. My UV sterilizer. This thing went tits up on me. I went and bought like 500 goldfish to feed all my bass to so the kids could watch. And like 4 days later, I started seeing my fish itch and I started seeing pitting start. So I did the water change and what the heck's going on, and the water was all fine. Come to find out, the bulb went out in this thing. And since it's such an old one, it's really hard to find a bulb for that. So we're going to replace it with a new one. And then I had to treat all the sick fish, which brings me to the point of this discussion today. So you can still see how she's kind of affected. See the fins clamped like that? There's no visible signs at all, no parasites, no mold, but you can just tell by the way the fish is acting. It's irritated. Here's my big pinema you can see up there on her forehead. See where the pitting started? My giant Grammy. It's almost healed. He's all the way healed up. So I get asked all the time, how do I deal with these issues? One, and the biggest one, is to figure out why it's happening. Why your fish are getting sick. What is the cause of it? It's 100% dirty water, and an acidic pH is what breeds this stuff. So then the next thing is, how do you treat it? Well, you figure out why, a 50% water change, and then you start with 3 medications. Okay. Metroplex. This one is super good. It's like impossible to overdose your fish. Why I like this one is because it works really, really quick. And focus. You can put it directly in their food. So what I do is I get the tilapia and I get some tank water. Yeah, we got an overhead sump system going. We'll talk about that later though. And you dump it in here with the tank water. You mix it up. You suck it up with the syringe and you shoot it in their pieces of tilapia. That way it goes directly into their gut. The second one, and the one I seriously recommend, is this right here. Super duper expensive unless you buy this. It's like $1.40, $1.50 for the big guy. If you buy the packets and you got a big tank, you're gonna go broke. And those two right there are really, really good. But what ends up happening after you do these is a secondary bacterial infection will start, and neither one of those medications does well for that. So then you got to come all the way over here. Yes, I shop at our local LFS. Should only pay like 10, but it's all right. And then I use Ick-X, which is by far the best ick parasite fungus. I love this stuff. I really recommend this. So that first, you can put one directly into the tank. I think each one of those treats 400 gallons. So, and then put some in the food. General Cure. Let that go for 2 days. Do a water change, and then add General Cure and Ick-X, and that'll take care of all the secondary bacteria infection. Always want to check that water to make sure that it's not acidic. Acidicness is what's going to keep the fish sick, and the parasites and everything, they love the acidicness. That's one of the reasons why I try to tell everybody, and see, I just stopped doing this like 6 months ago, to run a low-end brackish in all of your tanks, a 1.004. It keeps the pH up there and everything else, and I've noticed a lot less problems, especially with monster fish, when you got a small salinity in your tank. Look at that bass schnook. Ooh, he looking good. What's up, piggy? His little hole. I think it was about triple that size. It's all healed up now. See, all healed up. Skinned herself. Look at that. But yep. Gotta go back into quarantine because my fish are in quarantine. I hope everybody's doing real well. I'll make a feeding video later down this week. Beefy out!